We're still not yet done po ha, kasi po we still need to play perimeter and area of the trapezoid. If we have already solved na for the angles, now let's play for perimeter and area. Kung gagawin namin yung perimeter, ito yung gagawin namin. We know that perimeter is the measure of all the sum of all the sides. However, we do not know what's the measure of these two. But all I can say, we have a clue. Do I remember this one? This trapezoid here, this side of the trapezoid measures 9 meters. And then this entire thing here, the entire width of this trapezoid, this base, is 17 meters. Now, we need to subtract it by 9. So that we should have something like this. So 17 minus 9 equals 8. Divide by 2, we should get 4. So 4 meters on this end and 4 meters on that end. So especially to where the height is. Diba? Ayan. So you got the answer. We got 4 meters here for this triangle and 4 meters here on this end. So 4 plus 4 equals 8 and 8 plus 9 equals 17. It matches. Hooray! Now, let's solve for the perimeter. By the way, before that, we need to get the measure of this side. Kaya lang, we can't do that unless we play, what's the game? Pythagorean theorem, di ba? So, kung nag-Pythagorean theorem tayo, di ba remember, this is the length and this is the height. A, B, C. However, C is not given. So, let's do this. We have 4 squared plus 5 squared. Let's work this out on a sheet of scratch paper. So, ganito yun. 4 squared plus 5 squared equals the c squared, which we call the hypotenuse. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. C squared, we don't know. Combining like terms, we should get 41 equals to c squared. Tama. Now, c squared equals 41. Take the square root of both sides. So, we should get c as, ano yung sagot? We can't take the square root of 41 unless you have a calculator, which will make things more nifty. So, yan. Square root of 41. Yan. The answer is 6.4. So, the answer is 6.4 something. So, therefore, this concludes that the measure of this land here must measure 6.1 meters. Okay? Now, you got it. If it happens on this side, it should also happen on the other side since this is symmetrical, right? So, 6.1 to, diba? Now, let's solve for the perimeter. Perimeter is just very easy. Just add up all the dimensions. 6.4 here and 6.4 here. Now, let's add. 6.4 times 2 equals 12.8. 12.8 plus 7 plus 17, 29.8. 29.8 plus 9 equals 38.8. Tama ba? Just like what I told you, kung ano yung measure that is duplicated, you group that. So, 6.4 times 2 plus 9 plus 17. Tama. The perimeter should be 38.8 meters. Since we got our perimeters 38.4 meters, 8.8 meters, now let's solve for the area. To solve for the area of this trapezoid, actually, we can solve for the area of 3 shaded figures. This figure, and this figure. But first, let's get the area of the entire trapezoid. To get the area of the entire trapezoid, you know already what to do. Get the sum of the long base and the short base and then multiply it with the height of 5 meters. So, ito yung formula namin. So, therefore, you have 9 plus 17, sum that, times 5, divide by 2. So, therefore, you should get 26 times 5 divided by 2. 26 and 2 cancel, so this just leaves the 13 times 5. You should get 65 meters squared. So that is the area of the entire trapezoid. You should get 65 meters squared. That's for one whole trapezoid that you see like this. However, if you're asked to solve for the other parts, this is what you're gonna do. Here's how you do it. First, let's get the area of this triangle to work it out if you want to get the area of the rest. So let's get the area of this one muna, ha? So we have 4 times 5 divided by 2. 4 times 5 divided by 2. So therefore, edi 10. So therefore, this one should measure 10 square meters. So ito pa yung formula ng triangle. Okay? You should get 10 meters squared. Okay? And then we subtract that so that we can get the area of the other part of the trapezoid which you see here. So therefore, this entire other side trapezoid, the left one, should be 55 square meters na lang. Diba? So yan, so ganito yung sagot. You should get 55 meters squared. Now, let's solve for the other areas. How about let's try this triangle naman. First, let's get the base. We know that it's base times height. Kaya lang, since the height of the triangle here is not given, where can we get the height? We can get the height from here. But since the height's not given, I think I'll just draw it for you. So yan, the height's already given. The height is 2.5 meters. So 2.5 meters times 9 is equivalent to 2.25 square meters. And divide by 2, you should get, yan. So that should be the area of the obtuse triangle. 1.125 squared. Kapag ginawa ko to, this is how it is. 2.5 times 9 divide by 2. Wait lang ah. Yan. 11.25. That should be 11.25. Count your decimals pala, okay? Now, we can now solve for the area of this guy. How? By adding the two areas and then subtracting it from the total. So we got the area of, remember the area of the left trapezoid? It's 55 square meters. So 55 minus 11.25. 0 minus 0, this becomes 75. Tama? 4 minus 11, 4 minus 1, 43. So therefore, the area of the quadrilateral must be 43.75 meters squared. Okay? Kung chinek mo with a calculator, ganito yung mangyayari. Yes, you should get 43.75. Or another way that you can do is, do I remember the area of the right triangle? This one. This is 10, di ba? So we should get, do I remember 65 is the entire thing? So we sum up the two. 11.25 plus 10. So that becomes 21.25. Now, 65 minus this thing here, diba? This is 75. 5 minus 1 is, 4 minus 1 is 3. And this, yes, you should get the same answer din. So therefore, the area of this entire trapezoid is 65 square meters. The area of this obtuse triangle is 11.25 square meters. The area of this right triangle is 10 square meters. And the area of this quadrilateral is 43.75 square meters. And that's it. That's how you solve for the area of this entire trapezoid. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.